Hello, welcome to Epic Fail, episode 118. Before we get started, just wanted to take a moment to give a shout out to the folks that have been helping us fail. That's right, on Patreon, our Epic Fail, Craig, our Deliberate Fails, Joseph, Cuddles, Mickey, David, and Flashgoth. Welcome to David. And on Twitch, our subscribers, Draven Dresden, Jamie Joy, Galvanid, and Gank Theory. Thanks so much for helping us fail.
Warning, this show may contain mature language and is not suitable for small children, pets, or blood elves.
You're now listening to the Epic Fail podcast.
Well, hello, chat room, and everyone listening on the download. Hi to you as well. This is Epic Fail, episode 122. That still weirds me out. I don't think that's ever going to not weird me out. I know I say that often, but it still weirds me out. Anyway, I am the host, Draven Dresden. With me tonight, well, you heard Theory, but it was a ruse. Theory is not here. He's got that whole real life thing going on. But I do have two special guests. One of which you know. She's here a lot. We have Scarlett. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Other than, tech garbage that we had to jerry rig.
I didn't. You did.
Yeah.
Guess what?
How many mounts?
A lot. I finished all the class mounts, including the artifact power grind. So I did Rogue, Paladin, Hunter this week. So I got all the mounts. I think I had all the other ones. I think I'm done. What else did I do? I played some Overwatch. So I got called slow in Overwatch as an insult by this old man. He sounded at least 60 because he said, everyone get on the point. So me and Mercy, I was Junkrat, me and Mercy got on the point and he wasn't in there. And then he's yelling at us because we're not taking it. And then I said, hey, if you yell at us, you should be in here too. And he goes, you don't have to be such a, and then he called me the C word. And then I said, well, I have one, you don't. And then he called me slow. And I was like, how is that slow? And he's like, see, you're slow. I was like, okay, whatever, dude.
See, my response to that would have been, I got there before you did. What does that make you then?
Well, okay, I kind of maybe said that, what did I say? Something along the lines of his masculinity is affected by being too fast or something like that. But anyways, whatever. He was an asshole. I hope I'm allowed to swear that word. But anyways,
I'll allow it. This once. Maybe.
That was today. That was like a couple hours before this podcast. But like, I don't get people. But anyways, I don't know what I was gonna say. I'm really tired, so I may not make sense today. Sorry, chat room. Sorry, everybody listening.
Am I allowed to make my comment?
I have no idea, but yes.
How will we know the difference?
Ha ha ha. Funny.
I know. And then also, this week we have Dreadlord Jaina, She's here. She's lost her voice, so she can't really talk, but she's here. And that joke is a lot funnier if you have the video running. So, yeah. Anyway,
I'm assuming she arrived in HOTS.
Oh no, this is a WoW picture.
Oh, I don't have the stream running because my computer will die.
Yeah, well, you know. Anyway, I thought it was funny, so I was like, yeah, I'll do that. Since we're down a theory, I figured we'll get Gina to show up. My week this week has been a lot of AP grinding in WoW. And other than that, pretty much I cleared out my dailies for the most part in HOTS, Heroes, and then a lot of Overwatch quick match. To the point where I think I've gotten like 7 levels this week or something like that. I don't. Maybe 3
That's a lot.
Maybe 3 or 4, but it's been a lot, yeah. And it has been, I would say, 95% me playing Junkrat.
Isn't he fun?
I'm having too much fun with him to play much of anything else. I mean, if I have to, someone picks him, then I'll pick someone else. But if I lock him in first, then I'm like, no. And then earlier tonight, I got into a group, and there was 3 people on our team, and I instant locked Junkrat. And person started chewing me out, swearing me out, and then he's like, but I want to play Junkrat, please. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, you just spent the entire time the countdown of pick your team, get ready to attack, yelling at me, and you want me to do that? No.
Of course not.
If they would have been polite about it, I would have been like, okay, you know, maybe not, but they would have had a better chance at it. As it was, I kind of mentally gave them the finger.
Of course.
Because, you know, as you do. And
as you do.
But yeah, that's been pretty much my week. The newest rep that we got in WoW, though, what's it called?
Argasian Reach?
Yeah. However you say it. I am, as of tonight, like 1K away from Exalted.
Nice.
So, I play a human. It's a rep bonus. It's one of the only reasons to play a human, to be honest.
I think I'm still like probably 7,000 or 8,000 away.
Yeah. So I've got the extra rep bonus that I've been going on, and anytime I see it's an order hall, hey, there's a thing there. I'm like, is it 200%? Yes. Okay, I'll take the extra one too. Thank you.
Exactly.
So I'm getting like 300 and 900 or something like that. Like
that's what I'm focusing on, is rep, and then artifact power, and then the equipment.
I still don't have these 6 925s. I will have 5 of them whenever the one mission comes back, because I sent 3 of them off on that. So
don't worry. You know what you get after that?
950?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And the old tokens don't work.
Nope. The important thing to note for anybody who is just finished that quest, you have to move the Vindicar thing to Krokun. No, the other one, Antoran Wastes, to get the next set of quests. So if you don't have that ship in the right location, the quest won't pop up. Same thing for turning it in, which is weird if you don't have the ship in the right location.
And I think, also to touch on the shipping in the right location before we actually get into the actual show, some of the conversation pieces are only available depending on where the ship's at too.
That sounds right.
When you walk up to the NPCs and you talk to them, they're not all always the same, which is great, but weird.
Makes sense.
You know, as it would be. Anyway, we got some stuff to talk about. So I say, if you're ready, Scarlett, we can go ahead and do that.
Probably.
Yeah.
If I don't fall asleep.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was thinking about going quickly.
It sounds
for
good.
The show. I knew what I meant. Well, you know, given your prior comments about men, masculinity, and going too fast. Darn it. I was hoping to make you spit that water. No.
Damn.
I said water.
It's just getting something today.
It's something, I don't know. I never know. Anyway, as for the news. Do you have a phone, Scarlett?
Yes.
Okay. I too have a phone. Have you ever wanted
Wow.
to, outside of Discord, talk to a friend from WoW or Overwatch or any other Blizzard game, but they weren't on Discord, but they're on your friends list for Battle.net?
Not since we have Discord, no.
You're not helping me at all.
I know.
Well,
but
on the off chance that situation does happen, or one I didn't think of until someone brought it up to me the other night, what if you meet someone and you want to add them, but you don't have a pen and paper or anything? We have a way to do that now. Because you can.
That's true.
You can access your Battle.net via.
You can make your QR code.
Yeah, I haven't figured out how to do that.
It's in the app. You press generate my code.
Yeah, I didn't see that. So I mean, I didn't really go looking. I got it and I was like, oh, this is neat. But yeah, your Battle.net, your friends list are now on your phone, and my first thought was, this is really cool. But I don't need it anymore because I have Discord on my phone too.
Likewise. The only thing that I don't understand is... Okay, so it doesn't... I don't know how to say this without sounding paranoid, but it stores all of your chat, and I don't care what's on my computer. And it's not like, whatever. I just think it's weird that all of our chat from a few months ago is stored in there when you don't have automatic chat logging in WoW or anything like that. Obviously there is.
It's on their end, but yeah, it's on Blizzard's end, because they can go back and check everything you've said in whispers.
I suppose that's true. Well, yeah, because the Battle.net is whispers and stuff.
Well, not even that. If you say something in trade chat, in general chat, Blizzard has a record of it. If you say something as a plain whisper, character to character, Blizzard has record of it. They can see everything you've written. So all this is,
I suppose.
all this is they changed the format of their whisper system via the Battle.net to a text message SMS system.
Well, if somebody really wants to go see my history of talking about Critical Role in whispers or like YouTube videos, they can go ahead.
Me those.
ASMR is awesome. You're like, what? I don't even know what that is. Do you know what ASMR is?
I don't know what you're referring to.
It's all good.
Yeah. But, it's a nice little thing, the Battle.net phone app. It's a nice little thing. And that way you can add people, like, for those people who are going to BlizzCon. Oh, can I get your battle tag? And you don't have to write it down or save it anywhere. You can literally add them, boom, right on your phone right then and there. Then you can see, you're added. You're right here.
That's true. That's a very good point.
So...
Oh, my freak... Sorry.
You said freak. It's okay.
Can I jump into a slightly derailed topic, but WoW news?
Sure.
I'm jumping in anyways. So, there's been this rare that hasn't spawned in probably 3 weeks, and Blizzard fixed him yesterday, and there's a world quest up for him today, which means he's up. So, after we finish the podcast, I will be jumping on and doing that, and then getting the achievement and getting my light forged weapon collection, because that's the last one I need. He's up right now. He's up. I meant to check at 11, but I forgot. Because World Quest reset at 11. Did you know that?
PM?
Eastern. 11 and 7 for World Quest, and the rares on Argus are... something like 4, 12, and 8.
Okay.
Trust me, I learned that from camping this stupid rare.
Alrighty.
So if anybody needs Shadowcaster Voron, he's up as a world quest on North America. Although if you're not listening to this live, probably
Maybe
won't
not.
matter. Exactly.
Maybe not. He should be a little bit more rare than most of the rares, but not as rare.
No, he's not supposed to be, and that's why they had to fix him.
Well, I would imagine at least one of them was supposed to be a little bit more. Like, I don't mean like once every 3 months. I mean like.
No, he was supposed to be all.
Just
None
normal?
of the rares are. Yeah,
Oh, well then.
and he was glitched.
Well then. Have fun with that.
I
You know what else
right?
is glitched?
My face? What?
Okay, we can go with that, but I was actually going to say it's real life glitched, but it's Diablo
Why is Diablo glitched?
because they have nothing new to say. It was a bad segue.
Nice segue.
It was so good of a segue, even my co-host didn't know what was going on.
Right?
Who I would hope has the show notes open.
I do. They're right there, but the tab was in the way.
Oh yeah. We got official word from one of the CMs for Diablo. You can play the game at BlizzCon, but it'll be the same game that you have in live. So there's really no reason to do it.
I have a question, though.
Hmm.
Do you think that means they'll be releasing Diablo 4?
No. It has not been 12 years since Diablo 3.
Ha. Ha 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 ha. There wasn't 12 years between between 2 and 3, was there? There wasn't.
It was like 10 or 12, yeah. It was a long time.
Oh, I see.
Either way, I don't see them. Well, no, there is nothing Diablo related at BlizzCon. That's what I was just saying. There's nothing. They're not talking about it. There's going to be some panels, like artwork stuff, probably stuff like that, voice acting, that kind of stuff. But in terms
Right.
of the actual, hey, here's a new game or here's something new coming. No, there's nothing.
Interesting.
So that's one down. Out of all
One
their
down,
games.
5 to go.
Yep. I'm kind of curious what they will have there outside of the obvious, which we'll talk about here shortly.
Well, I think there's something not quite obvious as well, but we will talk about that shortly.
Yes. You know what else was obvious, though?
If we're segueing into the next show notes topic, do you even lift, bro?
I was going to say Zarya's an omnist. An omnic racist.
Yes, she is. But that was kind of obvious. Do you even lift, bro?
Well, I asked, you know what is obvious?
I didn't know where you were going with this segue.
I usually don't know where I'm going either, so. Have you checked out the comic?
I did. I read it today.
Okay, what'd you think of it? Because I kept getting errors on my end, which is normal for the non-animated ones, which is weird.
I didn't really think anything. Her story doesn't really interest me.
Well, the cool thing I
it-
know about it from talking to people is it is a continuation from the Sombra cinematic that we got.
It just seems like her and Sombra are sort of flirting. That's all it seems like to me, by avoiding each other.
Okay, that's the first time I've heard that this week. I mean, you know, whatever, but that's just not something I took away from any of the conversations I had.
I'm just making stuff up. I think it was funny. But no, the comic was okay. I didn't understand why she saved the Omnic. But I sort of skimmed the ending, so I may have missed something. Because she did save an Omnic.
He helped her, probably.
Yeah.
Like, again, I'm going from secondhand knowledge because it just won't open for me.
Why won't it open?
If I knew that, I could fix it. Kind of a silly question is that?
I know, right? So, off topic, I just logged in and got that rare because I remembered I had logged out camping his spawn point. Yay!
So off topic, I knew exactly what was going on.
Because I was clicking.
Well, that, and I still have my BattleNet desktop app open, so I saw it said, hey, she logged on. I was like, she couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait.
Must get the achievement, precious.
No, it's more I want the weapon mogs. They're awesome.
That's how you get the mogs. It's the weapon.
Yeah, but I don't care about the achievement. I just care about the weapon.
Well, that's how you...
That is true. Yes. Yes, it is.
Anyway, back to Overwatch. They had another oopsie.
I know, right? The oopsie's kind of funny.
Yeah, well, it's not funny to the people that it happened to.
I suppose not.
Yeah. So, last week we mentioned that they're gonna, and I think even the week before, but we mentioned Blizzard decided to say, stop being mean.
Exactly.
And don't be jerks and such. And we're gonna start cracking down. And they did start cracking down. And then they found a bug that was cracking down on not just the people that deserve it, but approximately 250 people that didn't.
Right?
Which, in the scheme of things, isn't that bad of a bug.
But it was actually 200, so it was less than 250.
Well, it's been a few days. I haven't seen anything fix it, so I assumed that there'd been more people.
No, there was a fix already out for it. There was a blue post about it.
Oh, I missed that.
I saw the blue post.
Bad.
And they restored already the 200.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. I don't know if they got anything out of it. I doubt it. But what I got out of that is if they were able to restore or grant back SR rating, which tells me that, and it told someone else that I was talking to, they can manipulate our SR rating if they want to.
Well, I mean, technically, they can do anything they want, though.
Pretty much, yeah. But they're admitting to being able to do it is the bigger thing there.
But it's not a shocker.
No, it's not a shocker to me, but everyone I was talking to was like, holy crap, they can do that. How long do you think before the Overwatch people are going to be like, Liz, I want my stuff. This bug screwed me over.
Yeah, but they're not going to start doing that. I mean,
I think it's a rare...
They could manipulate all the gear in the game and WoW, but they're definitely not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, you have a bug where a boss didn't drop loot when you're farming old raids. You could send a ticket to the GM. It didn't drop loot, so I need my mount from that thing. They're not going to do that.
No.
They have the ability to do so, but they're not going to.
Yeah, I'm not even going to go there because they're. All I'm going to say on that is Drakthar and Keep can suck it.
Are you farming those 2 swords?
No. Back in content, and we keep jumping back to WoW. Sorry, guys, but back when it was new,
My fault.
I know. Back when that was a new heroic dungeon, that was the one dungeon that would not give me credit for completing. Despite that, I put in a ticket and said, "Hey, clearly you can see this boss is dead, and I am standing on its corpse." Is there? Can you give me? They're like, no, you have to try again tomorrow.
What?
And it was a week of doing that.
That's crazy.
No, admittedly, I was doing dungeons like crazy back then, but still.
Alessander, why don't you like Overwatch? Or is it like me and Heroes? It's just not your thing.
Alright. So, speaking of not Overwatch. Excellent segue, thanks for the
Right?
I know. Scarlett, you sent me a link, and it was to Amazon, which made me worry
Why?
because I know you.
What?
And then I
Okay.
saw what it was, and I was like, oh, okay.
I put it in our Epic Fail Discord, so it.
Quit
You know.
ruining the story. So, what was this link?
Traveler Book 2! Yay!
What is that?
Traveler. World of Warcraft Traveler book. It's the book they wrote for kids. But I'm a kid and I liked it a lot. So I will be getting that one too. Probably not from Amazon though. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
We
import
shall
and
see.
shipping and customs.
No, it's more like I got my Traveler book on Amazon for like a third of the price. So, that.
You went to Amazon, you got it for a third of the price. So
No,
this
I got
time-
mine from Walmart.
Oh, well, you
Did
said
I say Amazon?
Yes.
Sorry. I got mine from Walmart for a third of the price.
Either way, it's coming, book 2 for the Traveler series.
It is.
What's the release date? How much is it supposed to be costing?
It's February. I think the pre-order is like $8 right now, but last time the book was released it was like $20 regular price. So I don't know what regular price is, just pre-order is cheaper now. I think $7.99 was American.
Yeah.
So that's probably like $15 Canadian.
Let's see,
That would be
seven-
why it's 20.
Yeah. $7.99
So it's-
American, so that's like $50 to you. Then
Exactly.
you got the shipping, which is another $80.
Exactly.
And then if you hit the wrong link and you buy it from the US, you gotta pay customs, which makes it another $120.
Exactly.
It's a $300 book.
Exactly.
It's like
That's why-
$1 per word.
That's why I'll hit Walmart once it's out.
Something else, since we're talking shop, and I literally mean shopping. Did you see the Cute but Deadly series? It's not in the show notes.
No.
It's Overwatch. They're all. I'm sorry.
I mean, I know what they are.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's a Cupid Deadly WoW thing.
Well, the newest one that they put out has been Overwatch. Bastion, Reaper, Sombra, Soldier, both Shimada brothers, Genji and Hanzo. Zarya with the pink hair, etc. It's their default skins. But it's like half the roster.
That's cool.
My issue with them is I don't like RNG in game. Why would I want to add to it in real life? Because it's a blind open. You don't know which one you're buying.
Oh, there, gotcha.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah,
That
no,
is
I
my-
don't like.
That's my only issue with them.
I don't like buying Russian roulette things like that.
Buying Russian roulette would be bad, yes.
Things
Oh.
like that.
Okay.
And going back to the question that I asked Alessander, basically she wrote that Overwatch is hogging all the attention right now, essentially, and it's overshadowing all the other games, especially StarCraft, and Blizzard is putting all of their attention on that, but not on any of their other games. I think that is true, but I think it's because they have so much money invested into it at the moment for the Overwatch League, which
It's mostly true. And there is no way all of their attention is on Overwatch because we still keep getting patches in WoW. StarCraft is getting updates, albeit not often. But it never did get them all that often. If any one game has a right to be mad, it would be Diablo, because they're not doing anything with it right now. That being said, I would like some more, like, hey, check out the StarCraft stuff, or check out this cool WoW thing. Like, the WoW, the Mythic Plus dungeons, that tournament thing going on is getting a lot of attention.
they could easily do like the comics for StarCraft characters. to like, give backstory
they did
and
actual
stuff.
novels with that, and they did not sell well.
Yeah, but of course they wouldn't, because you need to like get people into the lore. There's not really a lot of lore about it, like, advertised.
All the lore in StarCraft is found in game, and then there's a couple other stuff outside. But yeah, they could do a better job, and it's not me, talking crap on them. It's just how it is. There's a lot of things they could do a better job of. But then again, they do a better job than I probably would, so I really shouldn't complain too much.
That's true.
That being said, Overwatch is a big thing right now. No one's going to deny that. So they are putting a lot of effort into it, including for the Overwatch League, which is literally starting like a couple weeks after BlizzCon.
Yep.
So they are going to be putting a lot of focus on that. Same thing happened when Heroes, when they first HGC started. Everything was Heroes all the time. It's a cycle. We'll get more stuff in WoW, and I can't say anything for sure on StarCraft because I don't know that they're doing anything outside of putting announcers and stuff in.
That I don't know.
Because they did say the game's done. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yes. You want to know what else we're going to find out?
What are we going to find out?
At BlizzCon.
Nice
in particular.
segue.
At BlizzCon in particular.
At BlizzCon, are we going to find out about blizzards?
That would be funny, but I don't think so, because it's in Southern California and it doesn't snow there.
Well, I was meaning the ice cream from Dairy Queen.
Oh, ew, no.
What? How do you... It's just...
Most of them are garbage.
They're good.
Some of them are okay. Most of them are garbage. But no, what we will find
Okay,
out...
we'll have McFlurries.
Those are worse. They're like the Diet Coke, and I hate Coke, by the way, of blizzards. They're the wannabe.
They're still good.
You are allowed to think your opinion no matter how wrong you are.
Mm-hmm.
But no, what are we going to find out at BlizzCon? 100% for sure, because they have told us almost word for word that we will find out.
Well, so I have a spoil the mood theory on it. So basically, according to an interview that was done by Watcher Dev, apparently they're going to be talking about the future of Warcraft. Is that how they phrased it? The future and the end of Legion and all this stuff.
Yeah, what comes next, etc.
Which leads everyone to saying we're going to get an expansion announcement.
Mm-hmm.
What if...
Warcraft 2!
Well, my thing is, what if they announce, like, just a new patch and that there is no more expansions, etc., because we just beat the whole thing. And that's why they named, and that's why they worded it the future of.
I would say that two things will happen. One, there will be a riot at the Anaheim Convention Center. And
Maybe.
two, that wouldn't happen anyway. Blizzard is still making too much money off of it to not keep going.
I think we'll get a different Warcraft announced, like a remastered game, but I don't think it'll be this game.
I would not be surprised we get 3 separate Warcraft announcements, or even 2 of them. But I've got 3 in mind. Warcraft 3 remastered, which is what people have been asking for a while. And they just
they already started that. They already put a Warcraft 3 PTR up. So that's already happening.
That was just to make it, and they've already gone through that. That was just to make it run on Windows 10. I'm talking like what they just did with StarCraft. Update the graphics and that was about it.
Right. Okay.
Bring it up to date kind of thing. Or Warcraft 4, which is the next in the series, because 4 comes after 3.
Really?
Yes, one of those two. I don't think both of them will happen. I would not be overly shocked if both of them did, but I don't actually think both of them will. One of those two I think is going to happen. But I am in the boat of yes, we're getting the expansion announcement because it's time.
I think we probably will, but I was just,
I know.
What ifing.
Yeah.
But I honestly do think, true, that the expansion is going to be very different than other expansions. I think it's going to be a Cataclysm type expansion where the world is ripped apart and remastered again.
I have so many in my head theories that they're like I could see the old gods. I could see the Void Lords with the Ethereals, etc. I could see we're not going to do anything major this expansion. It'll be kind of like Warlords that way, where nothing really happened and people are going to hate it. I'm sure they would find a way to spice it up a bit. But it's going to be one of those, the holy crap moment doesn't happen this expansion coming up. I could see that happening. And then, boom, the next big one. Like, this is the, I don't know, whatever. It could be we go rescue Jaina from whatever she's doing. Or go kill Jaina because of what she's doing.
We're not killing Jaina. She's not a Dreadlord. She's not a Void Lord. She's not bad.
Okay. You're completely dismissive on that. Okay. I mean,
Okay.
there are tons.
We're
of
gonna
things that
fight
we could
about
do.
that until we find out definitely
We'll
what's
fight
happening.
about it after, because I'll be like, no, originally she was supposed to be, but they changed her mind because of the meme.
Nah, she was never gonna be.
Who knows? But anyway, I fully expect a lot of WoW stuff at this next BlizzCon, which makes me sad that I can't go.
Right.
Well, for more reasons than that, but yeah. And I'm gonna pull these out of order. We're not gonna go into any details because I know people don't want spoilers. But for the next raid, testing is ongoing, first off. So if you're into that kind of thing, jump over the forums and etc. Find out when, get on the PTR. I'll test it out if you want. Cool, yay. But what would be the least surprising thing that you think could happen in the next raid that would not be a spoiler?
The fact
Give you a
that
hint. It involves the word mythic and only and phase.
I wasn't sure if you were considering that a spoiler, and I was trying to figure out a way to phrase it.
Well, we don't know what that will entail. I mean, if you want a spoiler, we could tell you the name of the last boss. We're not going to. But the fact that there's an extra phase on it would not be surprising at all. It's like, no.
That's kind of expected at this point. The fact that one didn't is more surprising.
It's not that they didn't. It was more that they said when it makes sense. And okay. My issue with the mythic only phases is they hide story behind them. So
Yeah, but I mean it's
yeah,
the same as
I can go to YouTube and find it, but still.
It's the same as LFR. I mean, Desolate Host, etc.
Okay, but that's a different whole thing. There's no extra story, and all of this thing popped out of its. It cracked open, and oh, it's there now. You know, that's not story. That's just an added mechanic kind of thing. Whereas
Yeah, but
this
it's
is
still part of the
this
story.
is different mechanics, but there's going to be some. Oh, we have to actually fight Illidan and kill his demon from blah blah blah, or oh, Cho'Gall, the most famous one, Cho'Gall showed up. Last expansion.
Spoilers, last expansion ones.
Yeah. but people were like, where do you go? What happened? No one knew, and then, oh, that's why. And if you weren't there and you didn't actually look outside of game, which a lot of people don't, you're like, what happened? He just vanished. So, having an extra phase, perfectly fine with that. Giving them extra gear, perfectly fine with that. I don't care. Putting story that if you don't know where to look, you can't see, that's what I have issues with. But
I thought they put the cutscene on BattleNet, like on the front page, after a while. I swear they did that.
I don't know. I do know that they're going to more than likely do what they've been doing and have a cutscene or two on the, not on the launcher necessarily, but like on their webpage. Because I know they did that for a bunch of expansions.
Well, I mean, they're moving things more to the launcher than the website anyways, but I swear, didn't they release all the Mists of Pandaria video, like cutscenes, or not Mists, Draenor cutscenes from questing and stuff on the website, and they put in big...
Those were out before the expansion.
Exactly.
But I'm talking, you don't get they didn't put in like the Archimon kill thing on the website. They didn't.
Oh, right. Okay.
Things, the things that are hidden behind bosses, those are just, after a quest chain, boom.
Right.
But,
okay.
So I don't think they're going to put that on launcher, especially since it's the last boss of the expansion. Probably.
That's true. Maybe.
Probably. It would make
Yes,
sense.
we shall see.
Well, crap. I can't go any further than that without having spoilers. So, we'll see. But probably. Next up, and unless we find some other stuff to talk about, probably the last thing. The trinkets for next expansion. Now, we're not going to go into which boss drops what and anything like that. We're just going to talk about how these are going to work, because I've had some people I don't understand at me for these things. So, the trinkets that are coming up, we're not going to give names. We're just going to tank trinket, melee DPS, strength, agility, that kind of thing. So whenever we say the strength DPS trinket does this, that's what we're talking about, like Rep Paladin, the two Death Knights, whatever, that kind of thing. So, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask you, so what did you think about, before we get into it?
Well, are we going into all their procs and stuff?
No, we're not going to talk about each individual proc. We're just going to how they interact, that kind of thing. What do you think about how they're doing this?
Well, they have two procs. One is your regular trinket proc, and one is, if and when it procs, it's going to leave a invisible buff on you. And if everybody's procs at the same time and you have 6 buffs, then you get an extra proc of some sort.
So
I think this is really silly.
What you're saying then is Blizzard knows that we like procs, so they gave us procs for our procs for when it procs.
Exactly. But I don't really know if we like that much procking. It's like that much RNG. It's weird. But unless you have to do a quest line to get it, which it doesn't sound like it, and it sounds like it's a drop, it's really going to hose over, say, smaller groups or groups who don't have all of the classes.
Well,
or
not necessarily. It might actually be easier because there's less people that they're going to have to give them out to.
If there's 6 different ones, there's 6 different trinkets. Mm-hmm. That means there's going to be a healer, a caster, melee DPS, a tank, and then there's still 2 more types. So very specific.
Strength and agility damage.
Yeah, but...
Which would be Agility.
But that's
is
the same. That's
druid,
the same as melee DPS and ranged. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's still like, what if somebody doesn't have a hunter? I'm sure there's going to be an agi ranged one. So if you're shaman, you're ranged, but you use int. Hunter is the only one who uses agi and ranged. What if you don't have, say, rogue or demon hunter? You don't have melee agi. So it is essentially going to be really weird for guilds who are smaller, or groups who are smaller, or have bad luck and only get the strength one dropping, and you didn't get any int ones dropping, etc., etc.
I just went looking. Tank, healer, caster DPS, strength DPS, agility DPS, and one called universal, which is basically the unstable arcana crystal. So as long as you have an agility user and a strength user, you're good.
Yeah, but it still is going to gimp smaller raids.
Possibly. It's one of those weird things where bigger groups might have an advantage just because they're going to get more drops, but they drop from different bosses, so it's a weird setup. I liken it to the Warlord's Legendary Ring. But
that was a quest.
That was a quest chain you had to do, yes, and not a drop. But whenever everything procs, and this is not a, hey, I'm going to proc it, this is a random proc, unfortunately. And then even then, you have to hope on all of them procking at the same time, which, rumor has it from the PTR, they seem to be procking on pull. So you'll get the proc right off the bat.
Yeah, but the Draenor ring, you had to activate yourself. It wasn't a proc.
Yeah, this is a...
So this leaves it... Yeah, but this, you're going to get it once, and then it has to align, and everybody's has to align.
You might not get it ever again.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the issue I was having with it too. It sounds like it's going to be super powerful when it does proc like that, so they don't want it to proc too often, but
I don't know. I don't really like the idea.
Well,
I like the main stat on it, though. I like the armor, because I'll finally be able to replace the 900 trinket that I have, which is the Dark Moon deck.
You should.
That's an armor.
Yeah.
No, that's still best. That's still best in slot at the moment because of the armor.
Demon Hunter, maybe. I haven't looked. For most classes, that went out with heroic TOS, but maybe not for yours. I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows? But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But I mean, you get a. Let's see, what's this one do? $41.19. Probably $41.19 for that. It's a stat buff that procs. So
yeah, the tank one is armor.
Yeah. So we've got Concordance, which is a stat buff that procs. We're gonna have a trinket that is a multi-stage stat buff that can proc, and then hopefully all of them proc, and then you turn into this giant. Oh yeah. Okay, so
it's procs on procs on procs.
Yeah. Blizzard, if you're listening, I doubt you are, but if you are, next expansion, less RNG everything. I'm okay to a point with Warforge. Get rid of Titan Forge. get rid of this multi-stage procking unless they proc relatively regularly. And then don't make it the entire raid group, everyone has to proc together. Because what would happen... That's actually something I didn't think of. What happens if, like on Desolate Host, half the raid is down, half the raid is up? If the downside procs and the upside procs, Bloodlust or Heroism or Time Warp or any of the other things don't mix and match. These procs probably wouldn't then either, so they would be worthless on that boss.
I don't know.
Interesting. I will have to send a tweet and be like, or an email, and be like, hey, did you guys think about this when you designed this? Because it sounds cool in theory, but in practice, kind of thing.
I think everybody's been saying that.
Yeah. But they're not me. They don't have that kind of power behind their name.
Ha ha ha. I see that.
But yeah. So... yeah. Do we have anything else well related? Because that's our show notes. We ran out of stuff.
I think that's it.
No tangents to go on again?
Not today. I'm too sleepy.
I'm too sleepy. I want to go transmute my light forge weapons
I already did that.
on all my characters.
No, just the one.
Yeah.
That is true. Alessander mentioned October 14th is the Gnome Run, which is the mini holiday in honor of the Gnome Run, which I think is tomorrow or today. It's the 30th, I'm pretty sure, which is Saturday.
Is it?
The actual running of the gnomes, yeah.
Let me look that up, because if that was the case, I completely missed it.
I'm Googling it right now.
SMI.
October 14th. Never mind.
Okay.
So
So we still got... okay, I didn't miss it then. Okay.
Oh, so is October 14th... Are they doing it on the same as the holiday?
Yeah, they're doing...
I thought they were different.
No, they're over... like, they got permission from the people who do the running.
Eh.
Yeah,
So
October 14th is
it's
everything.
7 p.m. Eastern.
It might be a different time of day, but...
No, I'm looking at the time right now. It says 7
in-game
p.m.
event versus the charity event.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I think they're the same day. Yeah, you got 2 weeks to get ready for that. So, what server is that on? I don't remember. I still have my gnome from last year that I couldn't get in. I couldn't log in for it.
It is Scarlet Crusade.
Okay, so go to the Scarlet Crusade server in WoW. Make a pink-haired gnome. Outside of that, whatever you want. Any class that gnomes are allowed, any spec that won't matter. And just have it at the starting zone and wait until that day. Don't level it or nothing like that. I would
Yeah,
suggest
you don't
not
need
a
anything.
pet class. Just on the basis of there's going to be a ton of people there to begin with. Okay, so you were right. 7 p.m. the 20th. Or the 14th, rather.
Yep.
Okay, so you got 2 weeks. I will do my best to be there, if I can log in.
I will be at work.
Yes.
Sadly.
Hopefully Theory can be back next week, because it is getting close to prediction time for BlizzCon. And
Although we kind of did a little bit of it today.
yeah, but overall, like, we're going to go a little more in depth to it. And I want Theory here for that. But yeah, Theory had some real life stuff, aka work. Like a noob.
Work.
Alright. Well, in that case, do you have any shout outs?
Yes. I don't know how to phrase it though. So
To the old guy that called her slow.
No. So I don't want to go into like too much detail, but I found out something a little disturbing, even though I sort of knew it. Basically, lots of someone in my family was going through a lot of a hardship, and I assumed certain things happened, but today I found out that yeah, they probably did. So I'm just gonna say, anyone who's going through a tough time, keep your chin up. That's my shout out. Yep.
My shout out will be to Bim. We had a conversation the other night during Cuddle's stream, and I'll leave it there. So, shout out to Bim.
Yay.
Hi. We don't have a theory, so how do people get a hold of you online?
I don't know. What's online? Ha 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 ha. In game, on Scarlet, a demon hunter on Airy Peak, or on Twitter at Scarlet_CTR, or on any of my alts, which have a lot of random names. But if you see me and I wave, or you wave, I'll wave back, etc. So yeah, that. You'll just wave at random people, and one of them will someday be my alt, probably sometime.
Just wave at everyone you pass by.
Just start waving at people.
Make
start
macro.
being friendly. Exactly.
Just make a macro /wave at target.
I would have said waiting at Shadowcaster Vorun's spawn point, but not anymore.
So if you see someone with a light forged weapon, that might be her.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
For me, Twitter at Draven Dresden. Keep it civil. We're cool otherwise. Or no, not otherwise. I knew what I meant.
I'm so confused.
I know. I'm good at that. Other than that, I do a podcast with Totemly Drunk. Heroes Never Die. It's 100% Overwatch outside of when I derail it. Usually with heroes.
Oh wait. It's not just me who derails things. It's you too.
I'm the comic relief there. I'm supposed to do it.
There you go.
That's what I say anyway.
Haha.
I gotta bring something to the show. My Straw League strategies don't seem to cut it. So yeah, I suppose that will be a show. Do we have any last words?
Kitty!
Not Kitty. It's always
Yes,
almost
Kitty.
always Kitty.
See, look at the kitty!
I see Illidan.
What?
You pointed at Illidan's wing.
Pointed at my kitty in the corner.
I will take your word for it.
Yep.
And I'm not buying time at all, I swear. So, apparently the last words are going to be kitty.
Kitty!
Come on back. Down. Okay, bye. Hello, mother.
You know, the world could always use more heroes.